Well, hi everybody. Oh, it's so good to be doing this. I've been wanting to get around to it all week. Um, Sometimes I think I just get in a case of overwhelm. There's so much going on, and I just really can't think of anything individually that somebody might want me to read on. Although sometimes a lot of the people that reply comment. I guess it would be under comments. I guess tonight, after those debates, I could just read on the four people that might be our next president and see what comes up. And when I say four people, I know there's more than that, but I don't. I think Kamala Harris might be a lost leader. She might come up there higher before it's all over, but I think it's pretty much narrowed down. But maybe that's just me. But anyway, what I'm going to read on is not who won the debate, but who I think might be there when it's time for an election to get started. Who's going to survive this primary? And the first row across is going to be, we're going to go in the order that they're in. The first one across is going to be Biden, because he does come out ahead in most polls. Sometimes it's only by 1 point, but according to the news media, he's the only one running. Of course, they throw Elizabeth Warren in there, but they skip right over Bernie. I thought when I started listening to some other people on the internet that I like to watch that they were exaggerating about what the news media does about Bernie. But for the last 5.5 weeks, every time something comes up about the presidential race and they start naming off the people that are running, or the top three people, every once in a while they say Bernie or they say Sanders, but usually they go straight from Biden down to Elizabeth, and then they go back up to Biden, and they come back down and talk to Elizabeth, and then they'll mention sometimes even second place, but not who's there. They don't mention Bernie Sanders' name. They just skip right over him. And then last night, after that debate, I was trying to keep my eyes open and watch MSNBC afterwards to see what they had to say. But I kept kind of falling in and out of boredom, in and out of sleep. And I woke up for just a minute, and somebody said, well, what about Bernie? And there was about 5 people sitting around the table, and they all started laughing like they thought it was some kind of freaking joke or something, like he's just a joke. Well, I wonder what they're going to do if he wins the nomination. I'm not saying he will. I don't have a clue who's going to win the nomination, but I mean, I have my own feelings of who it's not going to be, but anyway, it's kind of amazing how they act like he's not even in the race. And then when they bring him up, they laugh. I mean, this is a man that served our country for years, and if they go back over all of his records, they'll find out there's been no wobbling. From the time he was in college getting arrested sitting at lunch counters with people that they were throwing in jail. So I'm not sure why. Of course, none of us are sure why, but well, these cards are going both ways, so we're just going to call them all up. I'm not going to stop and turn them all over. But anyway, let's get going on this. Well, this is for Biden. First card's up. Up is the past, and he had the world view, the world attention, the most attention going into this race. The present, it's got the Page of Swords. So people are still listening to him, but he's been kind of cut off and cut out. He's some people that thought he'd be a great ideal are already thinking he's not such a great idea. The ideal man has gone to just a minor idea. And the challenge to this is Russia. We've got the Empress here. Why would the challenge... maybe Trump asking... what was the name of that place he's trying to get to come through in the Ukraine? Is it in the Ukraine? One of the places that Putin invaded last year or whatever, or close by there. Year before last, not last year. A couple of years ago. I think while Obama was in office, with truth be known. Tell you what, every time I start one of these readings, I get a memory lapse. But anyway, got the whole world looking at him. Got a lot of people that already cut him off that thought they might be interested. I guess Trump's still working on getting him smeared by Ukraine. Because we got Mother Russia here in the challenge. And in his future, well, we have justice. Now, does that mean he's going to end up in there? It looks like he could, with justice in there. I hope not, personally, because I don't think he'll be strong enough to go in and fix the things that needs to be fixed. But that's just my opinion. Everybody's different. But it looks like he could be there. He could be there. And then the next one is Bernie Sanders. Well, what would be a new beginning for Bernie Sanders? Maybe he would just fool everybody, all these people that are laughing at him, if he did get the nomination. And this is the present. There's some magic going on with him at the present. So there's some, he is definitely getting people's attention at the present time. And his challenge, we got the Four of Coins here. And you know that he's not self-funded, but funded by the people. I can't think of anything that would cut his money down, because everybody that's been given to him, I guess from where they show all the donations, are coming from all over the United States, except right in the Beltway. Everywhere else they're given to him like crazy. But it looks like that challenge might be money. So if anybody really likes him and they're giving money to him, or helping him self-fund, or whatever they call that, where they're funded by the people, maybe they ought to, if they've been given and haven't given for a while, maybe they ought to send some, because it looks like that's his only challenge, is money. And the last card for him is the outcome. We have the Hermit card. So that seems like a strange card for there, but it's also shining a light. So maybe more people are going to look a little more deeply into what he's doing. More people are going to look more deeply into what he's doing. This is interesting. Weird cards. Not what I expected. And the next one is Elizabeth Warren. Well, she's juggling now, and everybody knows that she's worried about money. Right now, the people are funding her, and she says if she gets the nomination, she's going to take donor money, which I feel like would be a mistake. I think if she got the nomination and she stuck to truly and let it out to the whole United States that she wasn't taking donor money, that there'd be so much money sent to her that she'd be like Sanders. She wouldn't have to worry about getting enough money to run for the whole kit and caboodle. But that's my feelings. But anyway, she said she was going to take donor money. So if she wins, she's taken it before she started this run. And of course, they're already outing her and saying she had to get in that pool that she had from her last Senate race or whatever already to get a little bit of that money out of there. And she says she will take, you know, big funding money if she wins the nomination. So we'll just have to wait and see. But right now, her first card out is in the recent past. She's been worried about the money. And in the present, we got the Lovers here. She's just really hoping that she can keep a status quo with Bernie and probably with Biden, either one, because I think she's thinking if she can't get the main nomination that she'd like to be vice president. So I think she's trying to figure out how to stay on the good side of him, but I think in her own heart that she thinks Bernie would win before Biden would win too. So I think this is the relationship between her and Bernie Sanders. I think they're pretty close friends and pretty close working together so far in this campaign. And I know a lot of people would laugh at me and say nobody works together, but we'll see. But her challenge is the Ace of Wands. So she's a lot stronger. She's a lot stronger candidate than people give her credit for, and her strength is even going to show through stronger. As this goes on, her strength is going to show through stronger. And the outcome of this is the Four of Cups. So that shows she's going to be made an offer. So I'm thinking that means they'll probably offer her vice president. Some kind of offer she don't like. Maybe it's going to be the Democratic Party offering her something she doesn't like. But anyway, that's the outcome right now for what's going on right now. And you know how changeable this is. Every time somebody scratches, it changes things. When you're working with spirit and working with time, things regarding time. And the next one I'm going to do is Kamala Harris, because I think she might be a lost leader. I think she might come through when people aren't expecting it. Right now, she's just feeling like she's fighting an uphill battle. We got the Five of Swords here, and she's not thinking about totally giving up yet, but she's wondering if she's wasting her time. But she also knows she's not wasting her time because she's more than likely going to end up in the cabinet, and she should. If she doesn't get the nomination, she should end up in the cabinet. All these people are good. There's so many good people running for the Democratic ticket. And we got the King of Pentacles here. That's what's going on now. She's got a lot of money behind her already. And I feel like this is somebody else that wants to donate that she doesn't, not sure if she wants to be tied up with their money. And the challenge is the Knight of Cups. Maybe that's this offer of money. From, of course the news media doesn't know. You can't listen to you have to take what they put out with a grain of salt, but they're talking like she's got all the money. She's had so many big donors and stuff that she don't even have to worry about money, but I don't believe that. So anyway, somebody's going to be offering her some kind of deal, and it's probably something to do with the money. And the outcome for her, we've got illusion, delusion. So that's not that good outcome. I don't know if she's got a lot of people working against her that are trying to put out a lot of bad things about her, or if things are coming out. But there's something going on. There is something going on here with her that that is just that's going to be exposed, or even if it's not bad, the media is going to make it look bad before this campaign is over. And so we're going to go from top to bottom now with these same characters and see if it doesn't put a little bit more clarity on this. We don't want to put clarity on it. Let's put clarity on it. Starting over here at the first, it would be Joe Biden. He's still got the world in the recent past. And in the present, he's got the Fool. And this Fool being in a different place, then anyway, it makes it different. So he's going to have to really be careful what he says, because they're just going, because of his age and because he does seem to have a little age-related dementia, which kind of comes with the territory. Believe me, I know I'm his age. So he's going to have to be really careful what he says. Before this is all over, he's going to be maybe have trouble. Maybe some of the people that are funding him now are going to go to other people or something, because it looks like he's going to be, his challenge is going to be money before this is over. And the outcome is not good. This is not good at all. This is like walking away, being defeated and walking away from the battle. So it looks, I would say no, he's not gonna make it there. He's not gonna make it to the end for this nomination. And the next one over is for Bernie, and we have the Page of Swords. That was in the past. I think because he is pretty precise, just like Elizabeth Warren is, I have a feeling this is a younger people following him. I think he's going to really have a turnout of young people. And here we have the musician. I think they're going to follow him like a Pied Piper. More so than they did last time, especially if he gets a nomination. But anyway, this is for the nomination. And the challenge to that is the Lovers. If it comes down to him and Elizabeth Warren being the last ones in there, they're really going to have a problem, because they really want to put their backs up against each other and fight for a cause, even though their cause is not totally the same, but it's close compared to the rest of them. So I think that's going to be his challenge, of how to put his point through, push through, and not step on her toes in there, because I think it's going to be her and him fighting it out in the end. And then we have the King of Pentacles in his chariot, so he could very well take this nomination. And then the next one is Elizabeth Warren, who's the Empress at this time. Doing great, doing good. Could be right there on top when this is over. She is worried about money. And even though I'm pulling for Bernie to get the nomination, I have sent some money to Elizabeth Warren already, and I might send her some more. So that's right now the challenge to this. Well, of its strength, she's got it. Here we go. This was in her corner going across. She's definitely got the strength. They're going to be trying to come at her with everything, but I think she's got the strength to beat it back. And she's going to get a very good offer. And I seriously feel that if she gets the nomination, she's going to ask Bernie Sanders to be vice president. And I seriously feel if he gets the nomination that he'll ask her to be vice president. But I think this is something to do with Biden. I think she's going to get an offer from him ahead of time, maybe to team up. I don't know why, but this is an offer from the Knight of Cups. And so the last one across here is Kamala Harris. And we got Justice at the top, which is definitely her. And she'd make a great attorney general. So hopefully if she doesn't win the nomination, she gets asked to be the attorney general and she accepts. And if she does, she's going to shine a lot of light what's going on. And this is also right now what's going on around her. Don't be surprised if she comes up a little bit in the polls, because it looks like there's going to be some light shined on her. But I feel like she's going to be shining some light on some stuff that's going on. It's been kind of swept under the rug. Her challenge is she's going to get an offer she doesn't want. I don't know what that would be, but anyway, she's going to get an offer she doesn't want. That's going to be her challenge. And we come out with the last card for her is Confusion Delusion. So I can't see her really coming in there as a candidate. But that doesn't mean she may not be in the cabinet. So most of the time when I do this type of reading, I don't get that many views because I don't think people are really that interested this early. But that's what I came up on, and I'm sure I'll have people requesting readings maybe on some of the other people running. I just wanted to do a 4 across, so I did the 4 that I thought was the most likely to end up at the end there. And if people want me to read on something else, just ask me. And I want to thank everybody for watching. And if anybody wants a personal reading, it's LynnTarotReadings@gmail.com. So that is LynnTarotReadings@gmail.com. If you'd like a personal reading, please get a hold of me and we'll set it up. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.